Now we have Moldavia. Situated between the Eastern Carpathians and Dniester River and in more recent times, split between two countries. In the early 13th century, a group called the Brodniks, possibly a Slavic Vlach vassal state of Halych, existed in the same region as the Vlachs. Around 1216, the Brodniks served Suzdal. In the 11th century, a Viking named Rodfus was killed by Vlachs near the border of Halych and the Brodniks, supposedly due to betrayal. In 1164, the future Byzantine Emperor Andronicus I Comnenus was captured by Vlach shepherds in a similar area. In the 13th century, King Charles I of Hungary aimed to expand his realm and the influence of the Roman Catholic Church eastward after the fall of Cuman rule. In 1324, a campaign was led by Finta Demendi. The Hungarians were victorious in battles against the Tatars in 1342 and 1345, with Yani Beg's death in 1357 resolving the conflict. In 1342, Moldavians joined a military expedition under King Władysław I against the Margraviate of Brandenburg. In 1353, Dragus was sent to establish a defense line against the Golden Horde forces on the Siret River. This led to Moldavia becoming a vassal to Hungary, centered around Bayer. Bogdan of Kuhia took control of Moldavia in 1359, removing it from Hungarian influence. Moldavia's seat was moved to Siret and later to Iasi. The region around Suceava formed one administrative division, and the rest became the lower land. Despite official Eastern Orthodox status, Moldavia had various religious communities, including Roman Catholics, Armenians, and Hussite refugees after 1460. Petru I aligned Moldavia with the Jagiellon realm in 1387 and expanded his rule southward to the Danube Delta. Moldavia also gained an outlet to the Black Sea. Subsequent rulers faced challenges and conflicts with Hungary and Poland. Moldavia ultimately became an Ottoman Empire vassal, paying tribute to Sultan Mehmed II. Under Stephen III of Moldavia, the state enjoyed a period of greatness, blocking Hungarian interventions, invading Wallachia, and achieving a major victory against the Ottomans in 1475. However, Stephen had to surrender certain fortresses to the Ottomans and continued paying tribute. His rule briefly extended into Transylvania. Subsequent rulers faced Ottoman control, conflicts with the Habsburg monarchy, and territorial losses. Petru Rez clashed with the Habsburgs and Poland and failed to extricate Moldavia from Ottoman rule, resulting in the loss of Bender to the Ottomans. Moldavia went through a tough period starting around 1520 when it stopped making its own money due to running out of funds and increasing demands from the Ottoman Empire. This economic decline led to a lack of organized military forces and reliance on professional mercenaries. However, Moldavia and Wallachia continued to be important sources of income for the Ottomans, especially in supplying grain and cattle. The economic opportunities attracted Greek and Levantine financiers who competed with the high-ranking nobles for positions at the Moldavian court. As the manor system suffered, getting appointed as a prince became the main goal for nobles. This transition also led to a decline in free peasants and the rise of serfdom, along with a shift to a money-based economy. There was a lot of conflict between the princes and nobles, with some rulers persecuting the nobles who often sought Ottoman intervention. The country experienced political chaos, with frequent Ottoman and Tatar attacks. Various illegitimate reigns disrupted the traditional succession system, and rivalries for the Moldavian throne emerged, encouraged by the Ottomans, Poles, and Habsburgs. A period of relative peace followed under Vasil Lupu, who became ruler in 1637 and had to deal with rivals and conflict in Wallachia. However, his invasion of Wallachia with Cossack support ended in failure. There were also short intervals of Wallachian occupation of Moldavia. In the early 1680s, Moldavian troops got involved in conflicts in Ukraine and helped the Ottoman Empire in the Battle of Vienna during the Great Turkish War. In the late 17th century, Moldavia faced challenges due to the expansion of the Russian Empire led by Peter the Great during the Russo-Turkish War of 1710-1711. Prince Dimitri Cantemir's support for Peter and his rebellion against the Ottomans resulted in the Phanariot period, where the Ottomans imposed their choice of rulers on Moldavia. The Phanariots were wealthy Greeks who paid for the position of voivode and were appointed by the Ottomans. This period was marked by corruption, high taxes, and occasional incursions by Habsburg and Russian armies. In 1712, the Ottomans took over Kotin and required Moldavian princes to maintain it for defense. Moldavia also lost Bukovina, including Suceava, to the Habsburgs in 1772, causing a significant territorial loss. The Treaty of Iasi in 1792 saw the Ottomans cede their holdings in Transnistria to Russia, increasing Russian influence in the region. This eventually led to the loss of Bessarabia to the Russian Empire in 1812. The Phanariot rule ended in 1821 during the Greek War of Independence, leading to a new system with the rule of Ioan Sturza. In 1826, locals were allowed to elect rulers for 7-year terms. Russian domination began during the Russo-Turkish War of 1828-1829, leading to the modernizing Organic Statute. After 1829, Moldavia also saw immigration of Ashkenazi Jews. Mihail Sturza, the first ruler under the statute, introduced reforms but was criticized for concentrating power. Grigor Alexandru Gica allowed exiled revolutionaries to return in 1853, leading to the creation of the National Party and support for a single state. Russian domination ended after the Crimean War, with the great powers overseeing the two principalities. A limited union between Moldavia and Wallachia was enforced in 1859, with Alexander John Cuza elected as prince in both regions. 3 years later, this formal union created Romania, officially ending the existence of the Principality of Moldavia. After World War I, Transylvania, Bessarabia, and Bukovina united with Romania, reuniting the 3 Romanian provinces after more than 300 years. That's been all for my Romania series. This was pretty cool and I found new ways to edit videos which will definitely be beneficial. But anyways, until next time, see ya.